First at noon, Portland police are searching for 4 suspects in an early morning armed carjacking. This happened in southeast Portland, and even though police conducted an extensive search, those suspects are still on the run right now. Fox 12's Marilyn Deutsch reports from the scene.
The carjacking happened about 1 this morning here in the Powellhurst-Gilbert neighborhood. Police say the victim reported their pickup was stolen at gunpoint near Southeast 122nd and Powell. The victim was not hurt, and he was even able to help police track down his stolen truck. The carjacking victim's cell phone was still in the pickup, so he tracked it as it drove through Southeast. Police found the pickup just a couple blocks away at Southeast 124th and Powell. As police got closer to the stolen truck, they saw 2 men in the pickup and 2 men outside it. All 4 ran, and police set up an extensive search for the suspects, telling neighbors to shelter in place. Police brought in the search team and set up a perimeter. Police went block by block and yard by yard in their search. We talked to one neighbor named Bruno, who asked that we not ID him. He told us he's sad to say the armed carjacking is not a total surprise.
Things are not getting any better. If anything, they're just getting worse.
Still, he says, the morning's violent crime does elevate his fear level.
I couldn't even imagine. I probably would have to just pack and leave immediately. But it happened, and somebody went through that.
Bruno moved here 4 years ago, and in that short time, he says he just cannot believe all the changes he's seen and all the changes he says he's had to make. Installing security cameras and an alarm system. His personal crime prevention measures costing him financially, but the emotional toll is perhaps more costly.
We always have to make sure that our gates is shut, otherwise people will just wander in here. I'm sorry about the homeless, but it's the type of thing to where they need help, different kind of help, and they're not getting it. We always have to watch behind us. If you park somewhere, you got to make sure there's nobody around, nobody is watching you. You got to make sure your car is locked.
Bruno says the homeless are only one part of the problem he sees from his Southeast Portland front yard. He sees a general state of lawlessness.
We're going backwards instead of going forward, definitely. It reminds me of, neighborhoods in LA or, other areas where it's really bad. And we're concerned. They're talking about defunding the police, but what are we heading? The police is the only thing we have to fall back on to be able to call them.
Shortly after 4 a.m., the search for the carjacking suspects ended. The suspects got away. Police reopened this area after several hours, and now they continue their search for Fox 12's most wanted. In Southeast Portland, Marilyn Deutsch, Fox 12 Oregon.